All right, number 8. I'm going to throw kind of a big one at you this time. Let's see what you can do with it. Okay, so this one has 4 terms, but you're going to do it the same way. Look at all 4 terms, find the greatest common factor, and then write what's left over. When you think you have it, turn the video back on to check your answer. Alright, so your greatest common factor, hopefully you could see right off the bat that they all are multiples of 4. They all have a 4 in common. And then, looking at my x's, the most x's they have in common is 1x. And looking at my y's, the most y's they have in common is 1y. So we're going to take out a 4xy as our greatest common factor. And that's going to leave us with xy, because this times this is 4x squared y squared. 3x, 4xy times 3x is 12x squared y. Negative 2y, negative 8 times xy squared. And then make sure you have negative 1 down there, because notice you'd have to multiply this by negative 1 to get that back. Okay? You can always multiply by 1 here if there's a term. So you should have 4 terms in that parentheses. Alright, let's look at number 9. So number 9, it's going to look a little funky, but I promise it's not too bad. So the problem is going to be x times x plus 1 minus 2 times x plus 1. Now, you may be looking at this and your first instinct is probably to distribute it out. Don't do that. Okay, this is a term. It's a term set up as factors. It's like 2 times 3. This is a term. Okay, again, it's a term set up as factors. So it's like 2 times 3. So notice they have this x plus 1 in common. That term and this term have a common factor of x plus 1, which means the greatest common factor is x plus 1. If you multiply this out, you're not going to see that. So we're going to leave this as x plus 1. We're going to take that out. Okay, so that's the greatest common factor. We've removed it. So what times x plus 1 is going to give me x times x plus 1? Well, that x right there. We'd have to multiply it by x. Okay, same thing over here. What times negative 2 times x plus 1 is going to give me, or what times x plus 1 is going to be this? Well, I just need the negative 2. So notice all I had to do is write down what was in front of it, and this is factored out now. X plus 1 times x minus 2. And that's it. There's nothing else you can do. So that's probably the easiest ones if you're just careful not to let it get overwhelming or scary. So looking at number 10, we'll look at one more. X times y minus z plus w times y minus z. Okay, so we're looking here. Now again, it looks big and scary, but notice x, this y minus z inside are the exact same factor. So that's our greatest common factor right there, y minus z. That's our GCF. So we're going to say y minus z, and then what do we have to multiply back to get this first term? Well, we need an x. We already have the y minus z, so we multiply by x. That's going to give me x times y minus z. And over here, we need a w, so plus w. So that is factored. Okay? If you have any questions, write them down now so that we can answer them tomorrow. If there's a problem that you were a little confused on, maybe make a star or circle it so that, again, I can cover any questions that arose while you're watching the video.